Warning, incoming game over. Warning, incoming game over.
We can talk about this 5-on-5 slaughter for the Leafs and what we think it means, because it was rough. I'm trying to think what was the actual ratio there. I think 83.33% in favor of the Leafs in high danger chances during 5-on-5 play. The Canadiens got one each period, and the Leafs got 5.
Right, but as we saw in the playoffs, you can be fine at 5-on-5, and if you don't capitalize on special teams, then it doesn't matter.
True.
Right? Like the Leafs had what? Let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 power play. They had 10 minutes of a man advantage in the entire game, and they could not capitalize in a single second of it. Now, granted, okay, yeah, sure, they hit posts and a crossbar, and how much did those count for? Not much, right? So I hate to say it, but like the first half of my notes are like complaining about people. It's like for Domi to take a penalty a minute and 16 in, and then Timmins gets another penalty like 5 minutes later, you kind of handicap yourself right at the beginning. Now, they score on the second one. The Habs score on that second power play, which, fair enough. That's what it's there for. But this is a problem that has plagued the Leafs in seasons past, in other coaches, with other people, with the same personnel. And so it was the 5-on-5, the statistics are telling you, like, what does the deserve to win a meter tell you? Like, I'm sure the deserve to win a meter says that the Leafs should have won. And yet again, they are fine at 5-on-5, but they don't produce. They do not produce on their power play. It's to the point, again, more than one person on X, no longer dead naming Twitter, was saying, can we just decline power plays, because it doesn't seem to help us, right? Like the Leafs are fine at 5-on-5. They usually produce 1 or 2 at 5-on-5. When you go against a good goalie, you hope that maybe a power play advantage or an extra man advantage, or pulling your goalie at the end and giving yourself an extra power play essentially with 2 minutes to go gives you that advantage. And if you can't capitalize it, then it doesn't matter, right? Like, you can be as good as you can be at 5-on-5, and if you don't score when you have to, you can't win a game 0-0.
True. Although I will say, the Leafs, as much as, power plays can be frustrating, since the 2021 playoffs, where the Canadiens went on that nice little run and have been rebuilding ever since, the Leafs have clicked at over 25%, third in the league. And guess what the Habs are at?
28.
15.8. 31st.
Oh, see, that's not bad. Oh, yeah, that's bad. Never mind. I was trying to be nice.
It's not great. They're actually 31st of 33 because they've split the Utah Hockey Club from Arizona, because I guess they decided they didn't want to take Arizona's stats, which is such a weird thing, but
whatever.
Okay.
What a weird thing to split a hair over.
Yeah, but I know the feel.
The Leafs at the beginning of last season, their power play was great for the first 2 months, maybe even 3. Into the new year, it was good. And then it was like a wet, sad fart going into the playoffs, and then it continued through the playoffs and the first round exit, where they were 1 for 21. And it's a new coach, man. Like, I don't know. It's things like this that gaslight me into thinking that remind me that it's not gaslighting to think maybe the personnel are the problem on the ice.
Yes. Kay reminds me that I have to say what it was in the playoffs, and it was 3-1. We have to remember. That is the turning point, of course. Yeah, it is tough. I find the pressure is so much different when you're a team that has expectations versus being in a rebuild. As much as doing the last few seasons of Game Over has been at times trying, because you're trying to figure out what you can talk about with a team that's losing all the time, especially that first season, it's so much less pressure. Like, you're just not as emotionally drained from the losses as when you want to win really badly. I get it. Yeah. Especially when you have a long period where you're in the competitive window and you're just not getting results, it's got to be tough. And I feel like it's got to be tough in that room too.
Yeah. You would hope that, in their first game, new coach, you would get a win, right? You would hope, okay, coach, it's not our home opener, but we got you the win anyway. Maybe their first win comes against their old coach tomorrow night.
Hey,
on Game
yeah.
Over Toronto. Make sure you don't miss that. I will be on it.
Yeah, I have a feeling that one's gonna be a little bit.
I'm sure there will be some fire. I'm not gonna lie. I was actually expecting more fireworks tonight than actually happened.
So was I. I thought it was gonna be a bit of a rougher
I was
game.
pleasantly surprised that no one's head was, taken off separately from their body.
Arbor Jacki behaved himself.
That was not on my bingo card. Just saying.
No, he used all the intimidation in preseason when it didn't matter anymore. Got away with not getting suspended twice, and now he's good. He'll be a good boy
He just
now.
had to get it out of his system. That's all it is.
Exactly.